Tisha B'Av is really the expression of our exile and our redemption. It is the day in which we commemorate the destruction of the Jewish temples and the destruction of our faith in God even prior to the Jewish temples, and also the birth of the Messiah. This particular dialectic idea has been expressed in the memoirs included in the philosophical works of Moses Hess, a 19th century German Jewish philosopher who was associated with the socialist Jewish and the socialist international movement. And somewhere around midlife, he came back to his Jewish sources and wrote one of the first Zionist books, Rome and Jerusalem. The book was published in Germany in 1862, where Moses Hess explains philosophically why Jews should return to the land of Israel and why is it important philosophically and morally for all the nations of the world. In the book, Moses Hess describes his grandfather, who was a Talmid Chacham, a great Talmudic scholar, who used to study every night Torah. The grandfather was not a rabbi of a congregation, and he worked for his livelihood in merchandise or in another profession, but every night he studied Torah, something for us to think about in our own lives. However, on the 9 days before Tisha B'Av, before the 9th of Av, it is forbidden or not acceptable to study Torah because we're really mourning. And then he gathered his grandchildren and told them the different agadot, the different midrashic stories, the lore, the stories included in the Talmud about the destruction of the temple. Many of those stories are very harsh morally and spiritually and historically to the degree that they reflect a historical reality. However, they end with the Jews going to exile, going through the tomb of Mother Rachel and reciting the verse from Jeremiah that they will return eventually to her. And here we see the dialectic both within Jewish education in the homes and in Jewish memory of destruction and redemption, something for us to continue even when the state of Israel has already been built.